is the Stacking Cash, How to Make Money Matter presentation. So like I said earlier, how we get the most out of this is we participate. So even though that I maybe can't see you, although I actually get my chat, so I actually can see you. So I take that back, and Katie can see you. How we get the most out of this is we're active. This is not a sit behind the screen type of Zoom. Like if you actually want to get clarity, okay, you want to get hope, and you want to take steps towards financial freedom, you must participate, okay? How we're going to participate, we're going to be active in the chat. I'm going to ask questions. I actually can't see my chat now, so take that back. I can see the chat. You're also going to need pen and paper, okay? So pen and paper is going to be handy. Make sure you get pen and paper. There's a step we're going to do in here that is going to be transformative. So make sure you have access to pen and paper, use your computer, whatever you need to do, but have access to that, because how you get the most out of this is you participate, you take action, okay? You do stuff. So without further ado, the goal, like I said earlier, is to provide hope, clarity, and a step towards financial freedom. Okay. Everybody on board with that? Does anybody here not want any of those things? If you don't want these things, this is not going to be the training for you. So, I don't want to waste your time. If you don't want those things, that's what this whole presentation is going to be about. Okay. Cool. Let's see the chat. I can see the chat. Let's see the chat. All right, let's do this thing. Okay, so have you guys ever woken up like disappointed at the month's end when you literally have no money left? Like, I worked so hard. Where'd all this money go? Has anyone ever felt that before? Katie, have you felt that before? Right? Yeah. So what this training is going to do is going to reveal the secret to stacking cash. Okay. And also how to have your money make babies. Have any of you guys ever seen money make babies before? It is lovely. It is beautiful. Okay. It is beautiful. Speaking of babies, how many of you guys have babies? How many of you guys have babies? How many of you guys have kids? How many kids do you guys have? I want to see in the chat. How many kids do you have? 2 kids, no babies, 1 on the way. You got it. You want to cook in? How old are your babies? How old are your babies? Yeah. Dad life. That's right. Human babies. Tyler's got 2 babies. Yeah. Amazing. Here are my 2 babies. It's my 2 babies. My oldest one, she's 13. Her name is Kobe. And then my youngest one, she is 4. Her name is Lainey. And these are my 2 babies. And as you can see, they dressed up to go to the Barbie movie. Kobe did not like it. Lainey, she had no idea what was going on, so I'm sure she loved it. But those are my 2 babies. How many of you guys have spouses? Any of you guys in here married? You guys have significant others? You guys have people who are your soulmates? You have people in long-term relationships? You have people who are important to you? And you guys have those people in your life. Or maybe you're looking for that person. Maybe you're single. I should ask the other question. Who in here is single looking to mingle, right? Screw going out to the bars, screw getting on online dating. Like if there's 2 people still single in here, like this is great place to meet, right? You already know that you have the same values, you have the same interests, and you'll like if your version of dating is getting on trainings on Tuesday nights, like it is with me and my wife, then like maybe you guys will get along. Okay. So if you're single, look around the room. Let's see if we can hook somebody up tonight. How many of you guys have spouses, right? So as you guys have probably seen, there's my wife, Katie. Beautiful human outside and in. So curious, how many of you guys, when you guys work, like you guys actually work hard for your families? How many of you guys actually like are focused on that? It's like, okay, I'm going to work hard for my families. I'm curious, like how many of you guys actually have that mindset? Like I'm going to work for my family. I'm doing this for my family. Yeah. Who in here wants to make their families proud? Right? The work that you do, the business that you provide, make your family proud. Yeah. How many of you guys are the one in your family? The one whose job, whose destiny, who was put on this earth to change the legacy of your last name. The one who goes to the next level, a level where nobody else in your family has been. You're blazing the trail. How many of you guys are the one in your family? The person who needs to make it for everybody else. Yeah. The duty. I'm the one. I'm the one in my family. So I want to share a little proud family moment with you guys. June 21st, 2023, just a couple months ago. My flight had just landed in Bozeman, Montana from Phoenix, Arizona. As I was waiting to get off the plane, I overheard a conversation of the two gentlemen behind me. The guy behind me, the first guy said, dude, like, do you have a place in Arizona and Montana? And he said it like very curious, like he was like very intrigued. And then the second guy was like, dude, someday. I was like, that is the goal. And as soon as you said that, like I felt it inside me, because like that was my goal. And in June, I was just getting back to Montana. We had just left Montana in November, 7 months before. We were doing what us Northerners, Jessica and Lucas would know what this is. This is called snowbirding. And for 7 months, we played hard. We went to amusement parks, we went to cooking classes, Cub spring training, we went to NASCAR, we went to water parks, we went to the Phoenix Suns games, we went to Diamondbacks games, we went to Jurassic Park, we went to the Grand Canyon. Oh my gosh. There are so many things I'm missing that we did. We went to monster trucks. Like it was wild, right? But what's even more important is that we worked even harder. And so while we did lots of fun things, my kids, they swam almost every single night of the week. My oldest one is a competitive swimmer. In fact, she just won her first ever state championship last couple of weeks, which was amazing to see. But she swam every single night. My youngest, she got in swim lessons, and down in Arizona is really cool because they treat it like it's saving the kid's life rather than just for fun. And that level of intensity allowed, at the time she was 3, my 3-year-old to go from like being afraid to get in the water wearing floaties to now she won't even look at the floaties. Like she's like, no, I'm a big kid now, pops. And so again, one of those proud moments, right? Yeah, my kids, they were educated at home, which was really cool. So they were with us all day, every day. They got to be productive members of our household. Both our kids went to the gym with us every single day. The youngest one, Blaney, she went to daycare, and she always was making new friends. And then the oldest one, Kobe, he lifted with either me or her mom, just depending on who was going to the gym that day. And it was amazing. I was also very fortunate to be able to hang out and get to meet I won't say my childhood hero, but my early entrepreneur hero, which was Ken McElroy, and be able to spend time in his office with him, basically one-on-one. It was just me, him, and Pace, and I got to chat with somebody who was once a hero of mine, and amazing. And another thing we did is we created this program called Deck in a Day. You guys can see Jessica and Lucas, who are on here today. We created this program while we were down in Arizona, and it was something that sparked out of this idea, like in December, and we ended up implementing it. And yeah, so, and there's lots of other things that we did along the way, but we worked hard while we were down there as well. And so it was on that plane that I became overwhelmed with gratitude. And the gratitude was a reminder. It was a reminder of watching egg whites spin around a microwave, patiently waiting to eat breakfast after my 5:30 a.m. sessions. Right? It was a reminder of hustling to clean, turn the lights off, and lock up the gym to get home to see my family. It was a reminder of the sacrifices made for years to learn how to make money. And it was in that moment that I truly just like felt grateful, and I was just happy. It's like, man, like this was a dream. I just sat there and reflected on it, and It's one of those moments I'll never forget. And so I'm going to stop here for a moment, just give you guys an opportunity to find gratitude. Find gratitude right now in your life, not on where you're going, but where you have come. Kale said this last week on the Zoom. It's like most people, they make it to 0 to 30 and they're so focused on 30 to 50 that they get frustrated, they get disappointed. They're like, why haven't I got there yet? And the whole time they have this 0 to 30 they could focus on and be grateful for and be proud of themselves, and to continue to focus on using that to continue to grow. And so, again, like I said in the beginning, this is not for you just to sit around and hear me talk. This is for you to participate. Right now, you can participate by just taking a moment and finding gratitude in your life right now. Maybe it's for a person, maybe it's for an experience, maybe it's for your health. Right now, take a moment, feel gratitude. Okay. One of the habits that I'm so grateful for my family that we do is every single night we do what's called wins and gratefuls. And we share wins from the day and we share what we're grateful for every single day. And I get to share my wins and my gratitude. I get to hear my wife share her wins, gratitude, and my 2 kids, they both share their wins and their gratitude. And it's one of the favorite parts of my day. And when you understand that finding gratitude is a skill and needs to be practiced, it's super helpful. So feel that gratitude. So in March, down in Arizona, I began to see pictures from GymCon. So some of you guys might know what GymCon is, some of you guys might not. But GymCon is the event that Gym Launch puts on, where it brings all the gym owners from across the country and puts them all in one spot, and they get to hang out. They get to be around each other. They get to ask each other questions. They get to make new friends. And what gets everybody there is speakers, right? So I saw the speakers and I saw some people who were at GymCon. I was like, dang, like I really wanted to be there. I was like, man, like Kale and Maggie were there. As you guys were all here last week, you guys got to see Kale speak. Like Kale, amazing speaker, good human. Flex Lewis was there. If you guys know who Flex Lewis is, he's that big jack guy, professional bodybuilder. Alex Rodriguez was there speaking. A-Rod, if you guys are baseball fans. Alex and Layla Hermosi were speaking. And then, of course, just all the gym lords, right? All the gym lords were there. And man, it just was like, it was fun. It was fun. I was like, I really want to be there. And it just reminded me of the first Gym Launch event that I went to in 2017. And so you guys can see me there. You guys can see Kale there as well. And right next to me, you guys can see my wife, Katie. At the time, she was just my girlfriend. And she was working a W-2 job. She had nothing to do with the business. And she just decided to show up to this event with me. And that's where we met Kale and Maggie. So you can see there's Kale and Maggie. And I remember landing in that Albuquerque International Airport in 2017. And I was so freaking excited. So excited. Because 4 months earlier, I had just joined Gym Launch. Okay. And man, I can remember the phone call, right? I remember the phone call. I was on the phone call with Alex, and he went through his whole pitch, got to the very end, and he's like, dude, he's like, Logan, like, I will fill your gym up in 30 days. He's like, I guarantee it. And if for some reason you can't do it, he's like, I will personally fly out to your gym and I will do it for you. Whew. I was like, oh man, this guy is serious. Like, he is convicted in his product. But it was hard for me to believe, because for the last 2.5 years, I had generated $136,000. Okay, you guys can see it right there. Can anyone do the math on that? What is that a month? It's 18, or it's 30 months. It's 30 months. What's the math? What's 136 divided by 30? How much is that a month? It's like 45-ish hundred, right? Let's see in the chat. How much is that? Yeah. So about $4,500 a month. And this guy was asking for $10,000. That was over 2 months of revenue. Like, that's not profits. This is revenue, right? I was making no money. I wanted to believe him. Like, he was so convincing. He was so convincing. But he was asking for $10,000. It was my last $10,000. Like, this $10,000, guys, I was so scared of money that I didn't even have this $10,000 in the bank. This $10,000 was underneath my pillow. It was in a Crown Royal bag. Yes, those were when I used to drink. $10,000 in a Crown Royal bag under my pillow. And I was like, dude, I just met you, dude. Like, I just met this guy 3 days, right? 3 days ago on the internet. Now you're asking for my last 10K. And so I sat there on the phone, and there was a moment of silence, and I was internally processing. And I finally I said 2 words. I said 2 words that changed my life forever. And I will give you guys the edited version. I said, F it. And with that, I joined Alex's gym launch program. And so what do you guys think? You guys think Alex delivered the $100 million offers, the $100 million leads, man? Did Alex deliver on his promise? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Well, if you guys remember, 4 months after joining gym launch, and now you see April 8th, August 26th, so a little bit more than 4 months, I generated 134,000. This nearly equaled what I had made my previous 2.5 years, right? And so that Albuquerque event, it was memorable. One of my favorite experiences, one of my favorite memories of all time. But it was a trip to Orange County, California, 90 days later, is the reason why I'm talking to you guys today. And so Alex had moved to California from Albuquerque, and he flew me out to, and I quote, learn how Alex thinks. I'm not making this stuff up. Like, that's literally why he flew me out there. I was taking over the daily call from him, and that was his thought process. So I was like, cool. And originally I was supposed to be out there for a week. Like, I was out there for a week. This was like the week after Thanksgiving, and it turned out to we only needed about 3 days. So I spent 3 days with Alex, Layla, and their cute little puppy named Charlie. So it was a fun 3 days. But it was during that 3 days that Alex asked me a question, and that question that he asked me, it triggered me. It made me really defensive, and I hesitated before I answered it. And that question was really simple. He said, Logan, like, how much money do you have in the bank? And based on my feelings, I knew I wasn't proud of it. I knew that I wasn't doing what I should have been doing with that money, right? But the beauty in that situation was that while I felt it, I felt ashamed, I felt embarrassed in the moment. That question is the reason why we are having this conversation today. It is the reason why we are talking today. It's the reason why I'm so passionate about what we're going to talk about here today. Okay. Because after 6 months in a gym launch, now this is a couple months afterwards, right? I had made almost $200,000. Okay, almost $200,000. And full transparency, like, my rent was about $1,000, and I didn't take on any more payroll. And this, mind you guys, 2017 was when Facebook leads were super, super cheap. So if I was getting $2, $3, $4 leads, I could spend $2,000 and get 400 or 500 leads. It was wild. It was a wild time. Okay, so I was making a lot of money, but I was not keeping a lot of money. And so when I told him the answer, I was not impressed. So out of curiosity, how much you guys think I had saved? If I had made $200,000 in 6 months, how much do you guys think I saved? Just out of curiosity. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's see in the chat. Again, time to be active, time to participate. 25K, 1,000, 35, 25, 40, 20, 20. Yeah, it's awesome. I think Jessica cheated. Jessica saw it. So I said about $32,000, right? And again, like 6 months ago, I'd have been jacked about $32,000. Don't get me wrong, but I realized how much money I was wasting. I realized that $32,000 was not going to put my family in a situation of security. Definitely wasn't going to put us in a situation of freedom. And I was literally just like pissing away all this money that could have got me closer to actually creating a life of financial independence, but instead, I was spending money on dumb stuff. Full transparency, dumb stuff. Okay. And so that conversation right there that I had with Alex, while at the time I felt really crappy about it, I'm like super grateful for it because it helped me understand a couple basic rules of finances. And the very first rule, it's not how much money you make, but it's how much you keep. Now, how many of you guys have heard that before? Yes? It's not the first time you guys have heard that before, okay? So it's the second principle that's important as a caveat to that. Just because it's common sense doesn't mean that it's common practice. And for me, I heard that before. I got it. It made sense. It's how much money you make, it's how much you keep. I wasn't practicing it. So how many of you guys, again, this is your opportunity to be honest, to be vulnerable, to participate. Like how many of you guys understand it's not how much money you make, it's how much you keep. But how many of you guys are actually practicing that? How many of you guys know it's true, but how many of you guys are actually showing with your actions that you believe it? I sure wasn't. Right. And so over those 3 days with Alex helped me break some big beliefs, some major beliefs on how much money a person could actually make. And how much money a person could actually keep. And so I began California dreaming about saving money. It's like, okay, like I felt that ego get dropped, and I was like, I'm gonna start dreaming about saving money. Right. I want to be proud when I talk about how much money that I have in the bank. And so my flight home, I started writing down huge savings goals, like savings goals that like scared me or excited me, or I couldn't tell. I felt it though. I felt the goals. I was like, dang. And so like these savings goals, they literally broke my brain. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't think this is possible. I don't know if I'm worthy. I don't know if I'm capable. I don't know. I've never done it before. Right. I was just like, I'm not sure. And so arriving home, I was like, I knew one thing I was right about. One thing I was right about is that I could not accomplish these massive goals alone. That much I was 100% right about. And so what I needed to do is I needed to enroll the most important person in my life, and that was my wife, Katie. Right. And so she had recently been pressing me for another baby. Okay. And so when I got home, I had this like wild idea. It's like, I think I have something here. I think I have something. And so I said, Katie, with a big smile on my face and just looking at her like, you want another baby, right? Like almost with that same tone. And she looked at me like, yes, of course. Kind of like, yes, what's going on? Right. And I said, I have an idea, Katie. I have an idea. Okay, let's hear it. Right. I'm here. I was like, we can have another baby. And her eyes kind of lit up because this was the first time that she felt that it wasn't resistance to this idea of having another baby. And she's like, okay, my ears are perked. But before she could say anything, I said, but with one condition, right? And she kind of looked at me like, what this, like the eye, right? That eye, like, tell me. Like, she didn't say anything. She just looked at me like her eyes and her body language, it said, tell me, like, quit messing around with me. I said, we save $100,000. I sat there, quiet. I had no idea. I had this, like, it was hard for me to even say those words, hard for me to get it out and be serious about it, and just waiting for her response. And all of a sudden, her face turned, put this grin on her face, and she stuck her hand out, and we shook on it. And I had no idea at the time how impactful that handshake would turn out to be. And 4 months later, I sent the screenshot. first, I sent it to Katie. Probably put in there some like nasty sex emojis, whatever you do for those things, right? Maybe a baby emoji. Maybe I was feeling very charming at the time. And then I also sent another screenshot to Alex. And it was in that moment that I was proud. I was proud of it. I was proud that for my family, and I was just proud of myself for actually following through on this goal and making it happen, right? And then 1 year later, we had our 100K baby. Right there's little Lainey Lee with her big sister Kobe. And so, you guys want to know what the secret to stacking cash is? The secret to stacking cash is make it fun. Make it reinforcing. Make it a game. We as humans are very simple. Like, we like to do things, we like to focus on things we enjoy. And so when we're able to have fun stacking cash and make it to a game, it's like literally having the cheat codes. So I know some of you guys who were I would call the integrated brains. You guys are like the hows, like, okay, a game, fun. I get that, right? But like, how do I do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? How, right? So for all you chiefs out there, like, I'm down. Like, we'll get to the how, right? Stay with me here, right? I'm still like, I got the visionary brain. I'm still like way out there. I'm still thinking big goals, big dreams, right? But the how is important. So how do you make stacking cash fun? How do you make it reinforcing? How do you make it into a game? You create carrots, right? Anyone know what carrots are? Everyone who's done Decade a Day, you guys put in the chat what carrots are. You guys all know what carrots are. Yeah. Carrots are rewards. Sorry. Carrots are things that help reinforce behaviors, right? Rewards, they're tokens that reinforce the behaviors that you want to reinforce, that you want to be proud of, that you want to do, like saving money, for example. So I'm gonna give you a couple of examples of carrots and goals so you guys can help make this all make sense, okay? So I shared with you guys our very first time we did this, our goal was $100,000 and our carrot was a baby, right? There's Lainey now. She is now 4.5 years old. So there's our $100,000 baby right there. And then once we did this $100,000 goal, we're like, well, shoot, we did that pretty quick. Why don't we make a bigger savings goal? So then our next goal was $150,000. So we saved up $150,000. And this time our carrot was, we're going to buy investment property, right? We're like, we want to make this money, make more babies, right? Like, saving money, it takes time, takes energy, takes a lot of focus. Like, maybe we use that money to have it make us more money. So we bought our very first investment property. So you can see this picture right here. My eyes are closed on all these pictures. I have no idea why, but they are. And so this was our first investment property we bought. And for a long time, when all of our stuff was local to Montana, after we would go close, me and Katie would go to each house and we would take a picture. Kind of forgot about that. It's actually kind of fun. Yeah, we would take a picture of every house that we bought. So it's awesome. So we did this for a while and we started realizing that, okay, like, there's probably more, we have more financial goals than just saving money, right? So we had the next idea, as we started buying more and more property, it's like, why don't we create a goal of how much cash flow we actually get from our real estate, right? So it's like the idea of passive income. It's like the dream, right? It's like how people create this financial independence. So we set a goal. We set it for $10,000. And this time our carrot was that Katie wanted to get a caddy and I wanted to get a Corvette or two. And so once we hit this goal, we got the carrots. And then we're like, okay, so this worked for investing. Like, where else could this work? Right? And so the next goal we had was, okay, so now we have our real estate cash flow. Let's create a net worth goal. And so then we created a net worth goal of $1 million, right? Like, who doesn't want to be a millionaire? Like, that was always a dream I had, even as a kid. As a kid, I was like, I don't know what it was, but I just had this desire to want to be a millionaire. And as a kid, I always thought I was going to be a millionaire by 30 years old. And I just was an arbitrary number. I had no idea why. I had nobody in my family who was an entrepreneur. No one in my family was a millionaire. I didn't even know what $1 million really was. But for some reason, I just believed that by 30, I was going to be a millionaire. I'm not sure how. Didn't know how to do it or a path to be able to achieve it. But I just felt like by 30 years old, I was going to be a millionaire. And so we set the goal to create $1 million net worth, and we didn't hit it by 30. I missed that arbitrary deadline by about 3 years, but at 33, we became millionaires by net worth. And while you can't eat net worth, I took the whole family out and we ate some bomb sushi dinner. It was amazing, right? So that was our carrot. And then we're like, okay, so we had our savings goals, we had our passive income goals, then we had our net worth goals. We're like, I wonder if this actually works for business as well, right? Like, our business was the machine behind all these. Like, what if we actually just created a goal for our business? And so this one is our most recent carrot. We set a goal of hitting $83,000 a month, right? We wanted to create $1 million business. And so our carrot was to go ham on our team. So Katie came up with this phrase that said 1 in a million, right? Like, you're 1 in a million. And so once we hit this goal, our whole team got keychains, they got books or little notebooks, they got candles, they got pens, and they all had this little saying on there, is like, you're 1 in a million. And it was really fun. It was really cool. Our whole team was a part of that experience. And it was one of the first goals that it wasn't just Katie and I's goals, but we let our whole team in on the goal. And it was the reason why we hit that goal. 100%. Like, me and Katie, like, we set the goal, we set the clarity, we were consistent with it, but it was our team that made that goal happen. And so that was our last carrot that we hit. Was really, really fun. And so just out of curiosity, who in here is getting hungry? All this talk of carrots, right? Anyone getting hungry in here? Anyone here like have some carrots of their own? Okay. So, like I said in the beginning, the goal: clarity, hope, taking a step towards financial freedom. Who is ready to take that first micro step towards financial freedom? It's not going to be easy. Nothing about this was ever easy, but it's freaking worth it. Every single moment is freaking worth it. So if you guys are ready to take a step towards financial freedom, this is where you guys have the opportunity. Okay. There's going to be a break in the value that people get from this call is going to start right now. Okay. The people who choose to participate and they decide to play full out, they will get so much value from taking a step towards financial freedom. And if you're too cool, or you're not ready, or you just want to sit behind a computer, that's fine. But again, that is your choice. Either way, it's your choice. But either way, I'm going to give you guys the opportunity today to take a step towards you creating your story, your Montana, Arizona, whatever that is. Okay. You get to write your story. And so let's play a game, guys. Okay. We're going to have some fun. Is anyone want to hear have fun? Are we having fun right now? Who's having fun? Anyone having fun? Are we having fun? Are we having fun? For a guy who's actually very quiet most of the time, been talking for almost an hour, I'm having a lot of fun. Okay. And I hope you guys are having fun too. So let's play a game. Okay, we're gonna play a game. This is where you need notebooks, you need pens or pencils, maybe a number 2, maybe go stick in the sharpener, go get it nice and crispy so you can write legibly. Okay, now's the time. Now's the time to participate. Let's play a game. This is a game that Katie and I play once a week. It's called the Dreams game. Man, this is a fun game. Katie, do you enjoy playing this game? Katie will participate in the chat as well. Katie, do you enjoy playing the Dreams?
It is the funnest game we play, besides
it is so fun. Yeah, besides Monopoly. The Dreams game is so freaking fun. Okay, we play this game every single week. It is so fun because we enjoy it, right? We enjoy it. It's fun. It's fun. So the game is simple. You guys ready? You guys ready for this? You guys got pens and papers? You guys ready to write? You guys ready to participate? You guys ready to take a step towards financial freedom? Are you guys ready? Don't tell me. Show me. Show me. Do it. Do it for yourself. Even if you don't quite feel it, you're like, I don't know. This is quirky. This is corny. This guy's talking to me on a Zoom screen. Like, just trust. Just trust me. Right? Just trust me. I've been there. Okay. I know the feeling. Okay. It matters. This matters right here. The first step. Let go of the ego. Move to the side. Just like when I was with Alex. It's like, right? I'm not where I want to be. So move the ego over. Accept the advice. Take it in. Absorb it. Right? Embrace it. Embrace it. If it's uncomfortable, good. That's how you grow. That's how you change your situation. If you are happy where you are, then God dang it, keep doing what you're doing. If you're happy with your net worth, you're happy with your savings, you're happy with your passive income, then please keep doing what you're doing. For real, do it. Okay. If you want to change, here's your opportunity to change. Do something different. Okay. The definition of learning, same condition, different behavior. Definition of intelligence. Learning faster, right? That's it. If you want to be intelligent, you learn faster. Okay. So how do you learn faster? Is you get in the same condition and you change your behavior until you get the outcome you're looking for. That's it. Okay. So here's your opportunity to learn and to be intelligent. Okay. Who in here wants to be intelligent and learn? Cool. Different behavior, same condition, different behavior. Here we go. You guys have $100 million in the bank for real. Like, this is play all out, feel it, close your eyes. Seriously, like, I want you guys to believe this. Like, our imaginations, we are so good. Like, this is so powerful. Take a moment to like actually envision you guys have $100 million in the bank right now. Feel it, see it. If you're not putting a smile on your face, I know that you don't see it, right? Put a smile on your face, see that you have $100 million, right? That's a lot of zeros. If you weren't certain what that number is, that is $100 million, right? It's a lot of zeros. Okay, it's in the bank. It's yours. Okay, guess what? You can spend on anything, anything. Okay, you guys ready? There is one rule though. There's one rule. You guys ready for this? There is one rule. Some of you guys don't like this. Some of you guys are going to be like overwhelmed, right? You must use it or you lose it. You must spend all $100 million. Whatever money you don't spend, consider it gone. Consider it you wasted. Consider that it got donated to the political party in the opposite direction of that you're rooting for. Okay, whatever you need to visualize in order for you to realize how important it is that that money is gone if you do not use it. Okay, it's lost. You guys ready? You guys ready? So pull out that notebook, pull out your pen, get something to write down. You guys are going to have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. You're going to write down as many things as you can think of to spend $100 million. Okay, go for it. Go spend some money. Shouldn't see anybody looking at the screen right now. You should be writing down how to spend $100 million. Okay. How are you going to do it? What are you going to buy? So as you guys are doing this, I'll keep from getting too awkward with all the silence in here. At the same time, allow you guys to have the concentration, being able to think about what you guys want. What are you guys going to spend the money on? How are you going to use the money? What are you going to buy? What are you going to do with all that money? Right. So I'm gonna start looking at the chat a little bit, start checking out all the cameras to see if people are writing stuff down. This is good. Again, the more that you participate, the more that you get from this. This is a step towards your financial freedom. And for all of you guys who've done Decade a Day, you guys have done an exercise very similar to this. You guys caught that, like, this is something that you can do more than once. In fact, the more frequently you do it, the better you get at it. It's kind of like anything. If you guys didn't realize this, spending money is a skill. Playing this game is a skill. The more times you play it, the better you get at it. Remember, there's only one rule. If you don't use it, you lose it. Spend it to zero. Renee figured out how to spend all of it real fast. Yeah. Brian Grant says buy a home in every state. Yeah, it's awesome. $100 million. Make sure you spend it all. About one more minute, guys. One more minute. Make sure you get your accounting right. Right. Give you guys about 15 seconds here. Go ahead and start wrapping up. All right, guys. So it's awesome. So you guys already started posting in the chat about what you guys are spending your money on. So yeah, I'm curious, like, how many of you guys are actually able to spend it all? Awesome. Good. Yeah. Some people are like, I know exactly what I'm doing with this money, and I get it. Some people are like, I don't know. What would I do with $100 million? Which is great. I've had both epiphanies, right? I'm like, man, do I actually need $100 million? And the bigger your goals are, the more money you need, right? So hopefully you guys got some good epiphany when you guys put yourself in that situation. But I'm curious, like, you guys are already starting to blow up the chat, which is great. Like, what are some of the ways that you guys invested the money? So I see some rental properties in here, but what are some of the ways that you guys thought about how to invest the money, right? Because while we needed to spend it to zero, we need that money to come back around, right? So what were some of the ways you guys invested the money? So some people are buying businesses, some people are doing personal growth, some people are buying real estate, mentors. property investing. Yeah. Awesome. Whole life policies, Airbnbs. Nice. Gold and silver. Yeah, that's great. See, these are the type of conversations, these are the things you need to have, you need to know. It's amazing. Okay. So again, keep it in there. What are some of the ways you guys invested the money? Love that. What were some of the ways you protected the money? Right. I think most people don't think about this, think about always trying to how to continue to make money. But when you have $100 million, really the goal is like, do you need more money than that? So how do you protect it? Right. Obviously, some of the money you need to invest, some of the money, as we're going to talk about, we're going to spend, but like, how did you protect it? Like, what were some of the ways you guys protected it? So life insurance policies, bodyguards. Yeah, awesome. Cool. Yeah, again, so just these are questions to ask yourselves if you guys decide to play this game again, which I highly encourage you to do consistently. How do you guys protect the money? Another question to ask yourself is like, what were some of the ways that you guys gave the money to charity? Like, what were some of the things that some of the causes that you guys wanted to put money into? Yeah. So Jessica wants to open up a dog rescue. Yeah. What are some of the ways that you guys use the money for charity? Yeah. Shelter for women, animal shelters. It's awesome. Helping friends. Yeah. Yeah. Charities don't always have to be a specific organization. You know, maybe it's buying your mom a house. Maybe it's serving somebody in your community or a family member who you know. Like, doesn't have to be like, you don't have to give money to strangers. Like, you can actually help the people around you, right? That's also charity. So sometimes we get so like, we want to go so far out. It's like, look around, that there's lots of people we can help right around us as well. So what are some of the ways that you donate money to charity or use the money for charity? Yeah. And what were some of the things you bought for the people closest to you? So maybe your spouse, maybe your kids, maybe your mom, maybe your dad, maybe some cousins, maybe some brothers, maybe some sisters. Like, what were some of the things that you bought for the people closest to you? Yeah. College fund for kids. There you go. Yeah. What were some of the things you guys bought for the people closest to you? How do you guys use the money to serve people around you? There you go. Vote for the hubby. Love it. Buy some cars for everybody. Love it. Cool. And then what about some of the things you guys bought for yourself? Like, what did you guys buy for yourselves? What were some of the things that you wanted that you also take care of you? I think this is where people have the hardest time with, but when you have $100 million, it changes it because you realize that there's definitely enough to go around. But if you understand that, it doesn't matter if it's $100 million, doesn't matter if it's $1 million, doesn't matter if it's $100,000, like, there's always enough to go around, right? You just gotta be focused on it. So what are some things you bought for yourself? Some ways you took care of yourself? Ooh, a Viper. Love it. A yacht, chef. Nice. It's awesome. You guys are awesome. You guys are good at this. Okay. So are you guys ready to actually make some of these carrots become a reality? All these things you guys just talked about, are you guys ready to actually be able to taste some of these things? You guys ready to get a taste of these things? Who's ready for that? Who's ready to actually turn these thoughts that you guys had, you guys put them on a paper, now you put them into your computer for everybody to see? How many of you guys ready to actually put this into the universe for you to actually experience? You guys ready for this? Like, this is how it works. This is literally the process. You guys are going through the process. This is amazing. Okay. This is literally the path. Okay. You guys ready for this? Okay. So now what you're going to do is whatever piece of paper or whatever you use to write out your carrots, you're going to take another piece of paper, whether it's the backside of that paper, whether it's a new piece of paper, whatever it is, on a new blank sheet piece of paper. We're gonna get a little tactical here, okay? So everyone in here has a business, okay? If you don't have a business, then you're gonna write this down as income goals. But 95% of people in here probably have businesses, okay? So we're gonna write down 6 revenue goals for your business. As an example, if you're currently making $50,000 a month, okay, then your revenue goals, your next 6 milestones might look like this: 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, 100,000, 110,000. Okay, that would be an example. If you're making 20,000, then just shift those numbers down to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay. So write down your 6 next milestones. Again, I'm just giving you an example of what it might look like. Your milestones can be bigger than $10,000. They can be smaller than $5,000 increments. They can be whatever. You just need 6 of them. You need 6. Okay. This is revenue. Yes. This is gross revenue. Whatever your business is doing gross right now, the best month, create 6 milestones. Okay. Write those down per month. Yes. Again, for example, if you're currently making $50,000 a month in your business, the next 6 milestones would look something like this: 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, 100,000, 110. You need 6 of them. Okay. Okay. So now once we have our 6 revenue goals, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to write down 6 savings goals. Okay. We need 6. We need 6 savings goals. So, for example, if you currently have $10,000 in the bank, okay, your next 6 milestones might look like this: 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, $70,000. Again, these are just an example. You guys have less, you guys have more. You guys can have bigger increments than $10,000. You guys can have smaller increments than $10,000. This is just a simple example for you to follow. Okay. What you need is you need 6 of them. Okay, 6. Yes. A couple of questions. This is business account or personal account. However you like. What if you? I would have a set aside a savings account that is literally like, it's in a savings that you pull out of your business and you put in savings, and it is what we consider free cash flow. It means that it has no strings attached to it. It's not meant to pay employees. It's not meant to pay taxes. It's not meant to pay anything other than pay yourself, right? So separate savings account. That's what I suggest. Makes it simple. There's other ways to do it, but if anyone needs like a foundational, really simple way to start, a separate savings account that all the money that goes in there, there's only money that goes in. The only money that comes out is for our next thing we're going to talk about, which is called how do we multiply that money. Okay, but ultimately what goes into savings stays in the savings until we're ready to use it to multiply it. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to write down 6 net worth goals. Okay, 6 net worth goals. So currently, let's just say, for example, you have a net worth of $50,000. Then your next 6 milestones might look like this: 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500, 600,000. Okay. So again, we need 6. Your net worth is going to be higher. It's going to be lower. Shoot, you might not even know what your net worth is. But what you need right now is you need 6 milestones. Okay. Pick 6. Yeah. We're talking about FU money, homie. Yeah. That's what Dr. Cashy calls it. Calls it FU money. Give me some of that FU money, homie. Okay. So net worth. 6 milestones for net worth. Okay. So up to this point, we have 6 revenue goals for our business. We have 6 savings goals, and we have 6 net worth goals. Okay. Everybody have our 6 goals here. Yeah. This is great. So there's some good question about how to calculate net worth, which is really good. Right now, if you don't know what your net worth is, consider it 0, for real. If you know what it is, like you haven't been tracking it. So my guess is that it's gonna be close to 0. Okay, so consider it 0. So make your milestones, make it from 0. Okay. Okay. So we have 6 goals. We have a revenue goal for our business, we have a savings goal, and we have a net worth goal. Okay. So congratulations, you now have goals. And that list you have on the other side is now you have your carrots. Okay. So it's exciting. It's super exciting. Okay. Some of you guys can probably already see how you guys close the gap on these 2 things. Some of you guys are still like, how? We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. But you guys have taken steps towards financial freedom. You have goals and you have carrots. Okay. Anyone here have hope? Anyone have hope that you actually can create financial freedom? Is anyone starting to like feel like I can actually do this? Like, you're starting to see how you guys actually can do this. I think one of the most powerful things a human being can have is hope. And there has not been a single person in my life who's ever showed me this path. And so when I finally like had this connection of how all this just like showed up in my life, like I have to share this because I know that people in here, I believe people in here would be able to see the path and then they can get hope. And they believe that this could actually become a dream. Right? So hope, that's the first thing. We've taken steps toward financial freedom. We've got carrots and we have goals, right? We have carrots and we have goals. So we've taken steps. Now the last step is clarity. So there's still a little bit of like, I'm not quite sure how to do this. And it's fair. It's fair because there's actually 4 steps to this make money matter framework. Okay, there's 4 steps. You guys ready for the 4 steps? You guys ready? Like this is also worth writing down as well. Okay, so now we have the pins going, now the momentum going. Now we're note-taking mode. Now we're in like, okay. Now I'm going to give you guys some strategy that's going to make all this make sense. So you're like, I gave you like the foo-foo, like let's do stuff first, and now I'm going to share with you exactly what you were doing. Okay, so for all you guys who took action, congratulations. Now you're actually going to know why you did what you did. Okay. Okay. So there's 4 steps to this make money matter framework. Step number 1, making money, also known as get that paper. Okay. Step number 2, managing money, aka keep that paper. Step number 3, multiplying money, aka get that paper to make babies. Okay. And then step number 4, make money matter, aka use that paper. What you guys just did step number 4. Okay. You guys just did step number 4. Really, really cool. Okay. Because you need to do step number 4 before you can do the other 3 things. It's actually backwards. Okay. So the make money matter framework, it literally, what it does is it solves the problem of not having enough money at the end of the month. Okay. That's what this framework does. Okay. It also shows you how to multiply money and do it while you're sleeping. Okay. The only way you can multiply money is to have your money make babies. Okay. While you're sleeping, while you're awake, while you're snoozing, while you're out on your yacht, while you're out on your family vacation, like you need to have your money be able to make money. Okay. So you guys ready to take the next steps towards financial freedom? You guys ready for this? Okay. So you guys did step number 4. You guys made money matter. Okay. That's the step. You guys ready for the next 3 levels? You guys ready for this? Okay. So what you guys are going to get is you guys are going to get the make money matter spreadsheet. Okay. And that make money matter spreadsheet is going to give you the remaining 3 levels for you guys to fill out and to be able to have your plan to create financial freedom. How many of you guys know that when you have a plan that you have the ability to follow the plan? If you guys have a plan to financial freedom, how many of you guys actually can follow the freaking plan. Is it going to be difficult? Is there going to be challenges? Is there going to be unexpected things along the way? Yes, yes, of course there is. But how many of you guys had a plan for financial freedom before you guys got on this call today? Did anyone have a plan for financial freedom before you got on this call today? I'm actually curious if anybody did. No? Okay. Cool. So you guys have the opportunity to create your plan right here. This plan right here, you take the time to do. This will set the foundation for you to be able to create a life of financial independence, to allow you to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, 24/7, 365. Okay, this plan right here. Does anyone want the spreadsheet? Does anyone want to have the next 3 steps? Yes? No? Let's see the chat. Like, this is the next level. This is the next action. So you guys took steps. But as anything, like, you guys must take the ball from the 20-yard line, you must take it to the 50. Okay. And then from the 50, you're gonna need to take it to the other side of the field. Okay. You might need some guidance, you might need some coaching along the way, you might need some help. You might need someone to come in and help you call plays. But it's your job, it's your responsibility to take that ball once you cross the 50 to the other side of the field and to get it in the end zone. Okay. So I'm gonna drop the spreadsheet in here so you guys can actually take this ball up the field yourselves. Okay. So there's a spreadsheet. You guys take that spreadsheet. You have to make a copy of it. Okay. So don't be trying to like ask for sharing privileges. Like you just get denied. Just make a copy. Okay. You know how to make a copy of a Google spreadsheet. Google it. Okay. Okay. But take that spreadsheet, copy it, call it Tom Regola, financial freedom. Okay. Jessica, financial freedom. Crystal, financial freedom. Nina, financial freedom. Okay. Charisse, financial freedom. Like that's your spreadsheet. Okay. Okay. And somebody was asking about the net worth sheet, which I'll talk about the like calculate net worth, but on that sheet, there's also a business valuation calculator. So again, 95% of you guys have businesses. So on there is a business valuation calculator to show you how to calculate your business's net worth, or excuse me, your business's worth, so you can put that on your net worth and you have a more accurate idea of what your net worth currently is. Okay. So that is on that sheet as well. There's walkthrough videos on exactly how to use that sheet. And this is a bonus, right? Because as I started creating this presentation, started making this, I thought about this like doing one of 2 ways. And my original idea was to make videos behind the computer all by myself of actually walking you guys through how to use the make money framework, how to use the managing money framework, how to set up the multiplying money framework, how to actually do the last step of the making money matter framework and combine the goals with the carrots together and put them on the spreadsheet. And that was my original goal. And as I got closer and closer to this presentation, I realized that that's just like, it wasn't going to be as valuable as I wanted it to be, right? I didn't, how do I stop the share? It wasn't going to provide the value that I wanted to provide. And so we're going to do a second training. Okay. We're going to do a second training next Monday. And I'm going to pick someone from this Zoom who wants to be a volunteer. And I'm going to walk this person through the rest of this training. So this one's going to be very tactical. And we're going to go over, we're going to complete the Make Money Matter section of this framework. We're going to combine the carrots and the goals together. And then we're going to go back to the beginning and we're going to lay out all the numbers for making money, for managing money, and for multiplying money. And so We're gonna do that next Monday, August 21st, 6:30. Katie will drop the link. And so you guys can register for that. But what I need right now is somebody on this call right now who wants to be brave, wants to be vulnerable, wants to be able to share with the group their situation so people can see it and be like, oh, this is how I do the make money part of this. This is how I do the managing money. This is how I do the multiplying money, right? And so I will help you. I will literally walk you through this. And everybody else will get to see it as well and get benefit from it. But the person who's gonna get the most benefit from it is gonna be the person who's actually the case study, the person who I'm actually gonna walk through this. So if you want to, if you want that to be you, and you want me to literally walk you through your financial freedom roadmap, then I want you to put in the chat, and I will reach out to you, and we'll set you up for next week for that training. And then everybody who either wants to be or doesn't want to be on here. So if you want to do it and you didn't get picked, it's okay. It's fair. You can only pick one person. You guys can still be on the training. And if you don't want to be a participant, if you don't want to be the case study, you can still be on the training. So that way you can monkey see, monkey do how to do it. That way you can do it on your time and you can set up your sheet for your financial freedom plan. Okay. Everybody cool with that? Everybody cool with that? Like that? Yeah, I just felt like it would be a lot more valuable if we actually did it rather than me sitting behind a computer and just saying, here's a made up example of how to do this one, how to do this one, how to do this one. And honestly, it would just give us another excuse to hang out next week as well, right? So a whole nother reason to hang out again. And so, yeah, hopefully you guys are okay with that. You guys took the first steps towards financial freedom. A lot of you guys will probably piece it together when you guys see the spreadsheet, like what you got to do with the carrots and the goals. It to me, again, I made it, so like it makes sense to me, but I don't know, right? I don't know if it's gonna make sense to you. And if it doesn't, it's okay, because next week we'll do another live training on exactly how to do it, how to actually set it up. So, all right, guys, that's it for tonight, right? That's it for tonight. So hopefully you guys got a ton of value. Make sure you grab that spreadsheet. Again, I'll drop it in the chat one more time. Make sure you guys have that spreadsheet. Think around with it. Make a copy of it. Don't ask for share access. I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna email slap you. We're trying to get edit access to that spreadsheet. Just make a copy. Okay, make a copy. And if it doesn't make sense to you, it's okay. Next week we'll go over it in the live training. Again, one of you guys brave souls who wants to be the case study, I appreciate you. I'll reach out to you. I'll go through the chat after this call. And yeah, just hopefully you guys got a ton of value. Did you guys get value from this? Are you guys seeing how this is going to work? Are you guys seeing the path now? Is everybody starting to start to piece it together? Yeah. Yeah. I took a really it's a really complex topic and try to make it as simple as possible, right? Like financial freedom is not easy. Just if I didn't say that enough, I need to say it again. Like, it is not easy. It is not for the faint of heart. It takes a lot of growth. It takes a lot of overcoming, a lot of challenges. But I'll tell you what, it is possible. Every single person on here can do it. And it is freaking worth it. And the reason why it is worth it, number one, is because you need to experience it first and foremost, right? Like, your biggest regret will be on your deathbed being like, I never actually got to experience what actual freedom felt like. Like that will be a regret you will have. Number one. Number two, the reason why you want it is because then you have the skill set and then you can share it. You can share your freedom with people closest to you, but then you can also lead by example. You can inspire other people to also continue to trace their goals and their dreams. And like, one of my biggest goals, like big, like pie in the sky goal in life, is that like when I leave this planet, I want the planet to be a better place when I left than when I started. Right? I started on this planet in 1988. Okay, so when I leave this planet, I want this planet to be a better place. And I believe the planet will be a better place with more entrepreneurs. more people who take responsibility for their situations, more people who take control over not only their finances, their relationships, their bodies, their minds. And they solve problems. That's what entrepreneurs are like. We solve problems. We serve by solving problems. So I appreciate all of you guys for being on here tonight, for participating. Everyone who participated, appreciate you. And if you didn't feel like it was your night tonight, it wasn't your moment to participate, that's okay. Like, we'll be back next week. Like, keep showing up. Persistence is important. Keep showing up. Like Christine and Lucas and Anna, Jessica, like you guys are on here every single week. Autumn and Tyler and Jose, like you guys are on here every single week. Melissa Palmer, you guys are on every single week. Like, persistence is so important. I appreciate you guys. Everyone who I didn't say, it's okay. Like, I've only seen you on here maybe once or maybe never before, but next week, maybe I'll see you again, right? So persistence is important. And what we're doing here in this community is really important too. So there's so many leaders in here. And if you're just getting into the community, like, this community is already special. We've created something special, and it's because of the people who are in here, the reason why it's special, right? Katie and I, we're the ones who are the leaders. Like, we are the leaders, we're pushing forward, but the only way this thing is going to grow and it's going to continue to get better is by the leaders elevating and us creating more leaders. Leaders create leaders, okay? And how you become a leader is you show up to calls like this, you participate in the Facebook groups, you take action, you share your wins in the group. If somebody has a problem, you help them with the problem. Like, everybody here like has such an amazing opportunity to grow something really, really cool that is not being done anywhere in the cleaning world at all, right? And so the only way it happens is with you guys. And so I truly appreciate you guys giving us, man, an hour and a half. The last hour and a half, you guys showed up to this thing. It had nothing to do with our cleaning business whatsoever, and you guys still showed up. Like, super appreciate you guys. And we'll be back on Friday for more sales training. Very tactical, very much on cleaning business. And so that link is inside the Facebook group. So if you guys are on the Facebook group, go join the Building $1 Million Cleaning Business Facebook group. Kitty, if you will drop the link for that. Other than that, Fridays we have sales training, and then next Monday we're going to do part 2 of the Stacking Cash Make Money Matter training. I'll send out the email so you guys will get the link. Actually, I think Katie dropped the link already for the registration. If you guys didn't register for tonight, I'll put it in the Facebook group and also send out an email. But again, I appreciate you guys. Happy Tuesday, and we'll see you guys on Friday at the sales training. Bye, guys.